Good evening, everyone. How the devil are you? Welcome to your Friday evening's entertainment. Yes, thank you once again, everyone, for turning up. It's Friday. The sun is shining. The beer is cold. The beer is poured. And everything's going swimmingly. Excuse me. Oh. It's Friday. The sun is shining. The beer is cold. Excuse me while I just get rid of that. Yes, there was just a weird notification popped up on the screen there, but yes, it seems to be fixed now. Anyway, for those of you who are interested in such things, this evening's entertainment is brought to you courtesy of Holston Pills, and getting quite partial to that, it has to be said. Yeah, we've got a few things to get through this evening. We've still have the usual kind of chaotic, rambling stream of consciousness that goes on in these live streams. From every week, basically. I was going to say from time to time, but that's kind of usually what they consist of, isn't it? But first of all, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Who's teacher's pet this week? Who was first in? And because I set the stream up early this week. I see Robster Boy. You've bought me a pint. Thank you so much, mate. And it was Dan from Scott Guitars UK first in this evening. Thank you very much, Dan, for turning up so punctually at 4 minutes past 3. Not long after I'd set the stream up. Yes, indeed. Who else we got in? We've got Robert Z, Robster Boy, Chris Redding, Luke's in, Danny Hancock, Edwin Toonan, Johnny Random, and who else we got? David Evans, Grandpa Joe, and Paul Trainer, James Hunt, Budget Guitar Show. Yes, indeed, Johnny. There is a giveaway going on tonight. All will become clear as we move through the next hour or thereabouts. Who else we got? Vincent Brennan, Ian Clark, saying hi, chaps. Looks like it's not just random cobblers this week. Might even have a plan. I wouldn't go that far, mate. A plan, me. We've got Cal B. We've got Dave Lewis. We've got Gordo Canuck. We've got who else? Ian Rouse and Marco. And just scrolling down, we've got John Ross, the Essex Cat, Peter Collins, Rob Bald, and I see there's some discussion going on here about spam. I must admit, I am a fan of spam, not the email variety, but I do like a nice spam fritter. Anyway, Malcolm Spillett in, and Stephen Thomas, and Muskie. Oh, Muskie's back. We've missed you, mate. Lawrence Hutchings, Scotty the Fox, Nancy Davis, Anton, Charlie Buttocks, Michael Palmer, and David Collins, and who else? We've got 60s Man, Thomas Mulvaney, William Forrest, Malcolm Spillett. Did I say that already? Anyway, Steve Lamb, Yeti Goose Creature, Rexomatic, and old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Apologies if Colin Falcon's in there, I see, and Bob Contreras. I think Bob's got a new guitar as well as me. Anyway, yes. First of all, another little bit of housekeeping to do with Patreon. I want to get this out of the way before I forget because it's important. As you know, as many of you know who are my Patreon supporters, I put links in all my Patreon posts for the content, the jam tracks and the videos and the tabs and all that sort of stuff. And all that sort of stuff I store in my Dropbox folder. And when you put stuff in Dropbox, you get a shareable link that you can post for people to use, which is what I do. The only problem is that those Dropbox links tend to be, like War and Peace, in terms of how long they are. So I've been using a URL shortener called Bitly, and recently Bitly has decided that the links I'm generating via that site lead to malicious or dangerous content, and they block the links. Now, I am, over the next however long it takes, going to be going through all of the posts I put up on Patreon for like the last however many years it's been, and editing those posts and putting in functioning links. But, that's going to take a while. So if you are one of my Patreon supporters, and if there is a link that isn't functioning, please get in touch with me via email, not the Patreon messaging service, because sometimes I get those notifications, sometimes I don't. Okay, if you need to get in touch with me, get in touch via email, because that way I will see it a lot sooner. Get in touch, tell me what the content is you're trying to access that is being blocked by Bitly, and I will send you a link that does work. As I say, I'm going to be chowing through all of those dead links, those links that Bitly has taken a dislike to, and replacing them with functioning links. But for the moment, this is the way we're going to have to work it, unfortunately. I don't know what the cause is. I've sent Bitly an email. I have yet to hear back from them. But file it under one of those things that happens that you really rather didn't, but you have to deal with. So just as I say, get in touch via email, and I will ping you whatever content you are trying to access via the Bitly link that Bitly won't let you access. Anyway, that's that out of the way. What else do I usually do about this time of night? Yes, I tell you what's coming up on the channel this coming week. Well, you already know what's going up tomorrow morning. The unboxing of the guitar that is just sat over there. Once I've had a few more beers, I might give you a sneak preview in the live stream tonight. But basically the Les Paul that I've trekked myself to. I say 30 years since I've owned a Les Paul. It's just gone like that. So that's the unboxing of that, is going up 10 a.m. UK time in the morning. Then on Sunday, the usual Sunday 5 p.m. slot, we have another unboxing and first impressions video. Do you remember when I did that a few weeks ago? I did that Faisley Telecaster with the exotic wood finish. Ridiculously cheap guitar, 52 quid I think I paid for it. Just out of curiosity to see how good or bad a 52 quid guitar was. It was better than I was thinking it was going to be honest with you. Wasn't bad at all. Anyway, basically, the chaps at Faisley, at Bax Music, who own the Faisley brand, got in touch with me and said, we loved your review. We thought it was very fair, and we'd like you to review some more of our guitars. So basically they're going to be sending me the guitars on a loan basis. I don't get to keep them, but I basically then review the guitar and then send it back to them. And you can rest assured that all opinions are my own. I did make that clear in the correspondence with the chap from Faisley that I'm not going to just do publicity for you. If it's a stinker, I'll tell you. I'll tell people. So anyway, that is the unboxing that's coming up on Sunday. Then Monday, well, you know what Mondays are all about. We do a solo analysis, and the solo analysis this coming Monday is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's basically Peter Green. I've only done one Peter Green actual solo analysis on the channel so far, I think. So I thought it was high time I did another one, and it's, I think, one of his finest solos, if not his finest. So if anybody can think what that might be, I'll throw that one over to you. I will tell you, it's not from a Fleetwood Mac song though. It's from a different outfit that he played with. So that's Monday's video. Tuesday, well, you know what happens on a Tuesday. It's all about the top five. The top five Tuesday, and well, I thought this week I would do my top 5 favorite guitar mods, things that you can do to a guitar to improve it, enhance it, to personalize it, to make it more your guitar rather than just a guitar, you know, wiring mods and all that sort of stuff. So that's what's coming up on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're all about the rhythm guitar again on Wednesday. I've put the acoustic down for this week's video because we're now gravitating to electric guitar techniques. And I think the title of this video that's going out on Wednesday is "This is an essential electric rhythm guitar technique," and it's not hyperbole. This is, you know, if you can't do this particular technique that we're going to be looking at on Wednesday, then you really are, you know, kind of all at sea a little bit when it comes to playing electric rhythm guitar. So that is Wednesday's video. Then on Thursday, the review of the Faisley guitar that that I'll be doing the unboxing for on the Sunday. I know you're probably thinking, when's he going to do the Les Paul review? Patience. All of these videos went up long before I ordered the Les Paul, basically. So that is why that's the case. So there you go. Saturday, we've got the Les Paul unboxing. Sunday, we've got the Faisley unboxing. Monday, we've got the Peter Green solo. Tuesday, top 5 guitar mods. Wednesday, an electric rhythm guitar lesson, and Thursday, the review of the Faisley guitar. It is one of their more upmarket aspirational models. That one, by the way, it costs all of £149. So there you go. Anyway, we got some stuff to get through, but before we get to that, I need another drink. I shall have to refill that in a second. Let's see what you've been talking about in the chat. That's a good point, Anton. Is there a way of searching for lessons or lessons on Patreon instead of scrolling through? I'm not sure, mate. If there is, it's not a feature that I've been, you know, because as a content creator on Patreon, they're always kind of saying, have you seen this feature? And did you know you can do this? And have you thought about, you know, doing this? You know, it's not something that's come up like that. But I mean, all of the posts that I put up on Patreon, I put tags in them that are relevant to the content. So I'm presuming that the reason why I'm putting tags in, because it invites you to do it, you know, much like, you know, hashtags and stuff. The reason why it does that is presumably so that it'll work as some sort of meta tag for search, for some kind of search function. I will look into that. That's a good question, mate. Who else we got in? I see Irish Stew's in, and yeah. So what we've been talking about? Oh, and there's my phone pinging. Let's just have a look and see what that was. Can't see where I put my phone. I heard it, but I don't know where I put it. That's organised of me, isn't it? Oh, there it is, right there. I'll check that out in a second. And what we got? What's this? Just out of interest, don't have to answer if too personal, but how much of the £3.50 Patreon cost do you actually get, and how much do it's a bit opaque, mate. You know, I get a figure that is, you know, kind of, well, part of that is VAT or sales tax for a start off. So that just goes straight to the taxman, and then I get a figure that's like, okay, so this is your Patreon income for this month, and then the money goes into the bank, and it's sometimes it's less than that, sometimes it's more than that. The other thing that makes it difficult as well is that the figure that goes into my bank account is in UK pounds sterling, and the figure that's quoted on Patreon is always in dollars. So again, you've got that to figure out. It's difficult for me to answer that, you know, accurately. Not because I don't want to, it's just because you've got the currency conversion, and I don't know, but basically I do know it is making a difference. It allows, basically, if it wasn't for the Patreon thing, how I went from doing, what was it I used to do before, like 2020, I used to do like a Tuesday video and a Friday video, and that was it, 2 videos a week. Because of the Patreon thing, I can now do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday video, this Friday live stream, I guess, and a Sunday video, and sometimes a Friday and a Saturday video as well. That income allows me to devote time to doing this. It's making a difference, and I am eternally grateful to everybody who supports me that way. Even if you just watch the YouTube videos, because that helps me in the YouTube algorithm. And the kind of YouTube profile that I've got brings more business to me as a guitar teacher, for people kind of signing either locally or on Zoom and stuff like that. It all helps. So massive thanks to everybody who supports me. And let's have a look. David Evans is saying a blender on a Strat is a great mod. Loads of tones. Yeah, that's a good one. We're talking about the Peter Green solo, Supernatural from the Blues Breakers. It's not that one, but it is off that album. It is off the Hard Road album. I'll give you that. And have you done any Steve Lukather solos review, John? I haven't, actually. That's something I should probably look into. I've been tempted to do the Rosanna solo once or twice, but there's the relatively accessible single edit version of the solo, and then there's the absolute beast of the fade out solo on the album version, and that's one I will need to really have me Weetabix to tackle, isn't it? What's this, Steve? The rhythm guitar posts have been great, especially for my students. Speaking of rhythm guitar, did you see Chris Buck's video on John Lennon? Good one. No, I didn't. I didn't see that one, actually. It's a file that under stuff I haven't had time to watch. It's nice to know that other guitar teachers out there are using my videos as resources for their students. That really does. Well, it makes me feel sort of responsible in a way. Dave Pegg, what you're saying? Glad you got the tribute, mate. Mine's the Honeyburst. Wish the neck was a tad thinner, but still love it. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to give anything away, any spoilers about the Les Paul, because I want people to watch the videos, basically. Not the stumble, Malcolm. Oh, Matthew Bailey, there you've got it in one, mate. Someday After a While. Yes, it's the solo from, I think, it's that same basic chord sequence as Need Your Love So Bad, that Someday After a While. But I think his solo on Someday After a While is better than the, dare I say it, controversial, I know, than the Need Your Love So Bad chord sequence solo. Interestingly, whenever I do any kind of video that is using that Need Your Love So Bad chord sequence, or even anything like it, I always get demonetized for that, because, Mick, as I've said before, buying Mick Fleetwood a new Maserati, that's essentially what he's doing. He always kind of turns up and that helps himself to the contents of my wallet every time I do a video like that. But because it's in a different key, the Someday After a While solo sailed through, no problem. Okay, Steve saying lessons my lord a bit. Well, anything I can do to help, mate. Right. To business. We've got stuff to do tonight. First of all, live pedal unboxing. Now, this is a pedal which has been sent to me by a certain Mr. Ian Clark, who is in the chat at the moment. This was surplus to requirements, and he sent it to me here. and I can't. I'm sorry, Ian, I can't even remember what it is, but we're going to find out in a second. I won't be demoing this pedal this evening. We will just take a look at it, and then there will be a full-on demo review kind of look at it at some point in the future. So let's get this open. That's like trying to get a golf ball down a hose pipe. Right, okie dokie. So yes, it is an SMJ. So that tube drive pedal. I wonder what classic pedal it will be emulating. Let's have a look at it. Ooh. It's a pedal for use by the borrowers, I think. There it is. Yeah, so we've got a Legend, an SMJ Legend tube drive pedal, and you've got all of the usual controls on here: volume, tone, and gain. And we've got a little switch on here that is basically where it's acting as a normal tube screamer. Let's not mince words, or a boost pedal. And yeah, I do like a tube screamer. And that is, thank you so much, Ian. I will check this out. What I'm going to do with this, everyone. Anton, thank you so much, mate. Let's put you up on screen there. Halaberas, thanks again for Marillion Solos. Met Steve Rothery in Bath City Centre last week. Good for you, mate. And what was it like meeting your heroes? They say never meet your heroes, but I don't necessarily believe in that. So this is a pedal that Ian has sent to me, Ian Clark. Thank you, Ian. We're going to be testing it out on the channel at some point in the coming week or two. And then what's going to happen is I'll probably pass it on to Zoe's place with a guitar that's going to be going to them as well. I'll see if I can rustle up some practice amp as well, so that there'll be like a full rig going to them to use as a raffle prize or something like that. A guitar, a little practice amp, and a drive pedal. That will be absolutely splendid. Thank you once again, Ian, for that. Now then, we have other business to attend to, don't we? Let me just put this pedal away in its little box. There we go. We have other business to attend to. A guitar giveaway. So, what is going on here then? Well, I've been doing this job now 30 years, and it's flown by in what seems like the blink of an eye. There's been good years, there's been not so good years, and thanks to you wonderful people who watch my YouTube videos and spread the word and support me on Patreon and everything, I'm now in the position where I can, buy a Gibson Les Paul, and I'm able to do that, and it's thanks to. I'm not going to be too falsely modest. It's thanks to the fact that I put in, 60, 70, 80-hour weeks. But the reason I'm able to do 60, 70-hour weeks and earn that kind of coin is because of you chaps who support me either on Patreon or, via YouTube or whatever. And I am incredibly grateful. And as a way of showing that gratitude, I'm giving away a guitar. Let me show you which one it is. It's this one. This rather handsome beast. This, as you know, is, or as you may not know, but you will do now, is a Harley Benton SC 552. It's not stock. It's got Iron Gear Blues engine pickups in it, and courtesy of Peter Nelson, who built me this lovely guitar that you can see up on the wall there, that lovely offset guitar. it now has a set of musically locking tuners, which are absolutely great. What else can I tell you about this guitar? It's got stainless steel frets, chambered mahogany body. Look at that lovely top on there as well. I believe it's I think it might be Pau Ferro fretboard or something like that, but don't quote me. But it's one of those kind of dark rosewood substitute woods. Anyway, you've seen this guitar on the channel plenty of times. You've heard it. You know what it's all about. It's a beautiful Les Paul copy that, because now for obvious reasons, is kind of surplus to requirements. So I'm giving it away. There's a contest basically, and the contest is this. There's a question that is in 2 parts, and all you got to do is answer this question. I will say before I kind of tell you the question that if you're in the UK, I will ship this guitar to you wherever you are. If you're the winner, right? If, however, you are overseas, then we may need to have a conversation about shipping costs. What I found actually back when I was doing the Guitars for Good Causes thing is that if you're overseas, it actually works out a lot cheaper if you organise the shipping for a courier to pick it up in the UK and bring it to you, rather than me organising a courier in the UK to kind of send it to you. I don't know why that works, but that is the case. Anyway, if you're overseas and you are the lucky winner of this guitar, I'm sure it's not beyond the wit and wisdom of us to figure some kind of shipping thing out. Right. So what is the question that you need to answer to win this guitar? It's quite simply this. What was the first ever Harley Benton guitar that I reviewed on this channel? And when was it? When was that review? If you find the video, you will see that it is dated with a date, basically, the day, the month, the year. Okay, so what was the first ever Harley Benton guitar that I reviewed on this channel, and when did I do the review? And what you need to do is send your answer to this email address that I've just put in the chat. Harley Benton giveaway, all one word, at mail.com. That's Harley Benton giveaway, all one word, at mail.com. So send your answer to that. I will announce the winner on next Friday's live stream. So get your entries in. And what I will do is, to prove there's no kind of shenanigans or anything like that, I will screenshot the inbox from that email account, which I've set up specifically for this contest. I'll screenshot the inbox so everybody can see who was the first one with the correct answer, to that question. I'll kind of post a screenshot of it. Don't worry, I'll kind of make sure that there's no kind of email addresses being publicized or anything like that. That's the way I'll do this. So once again, what was the first ever Harley Benton guitar that I reviewed on this channel, and what is the date on that video? Send your entries to Harley Benton giveaway at mail.com, and you could be the lucky recipient of, let's look at it one more time, this rather gorgeous single cut Harley Benton guitar. It's a guitar which has stood up well in a direct comparison with a Gibson Les Paul Standard from 1996, and it was indistinguishable in a blind test between itself and one of the newer inspired by Gibson Epiphones. So it's a proper guitar. It's a serious instrument, and it could be yours just by answering that question. Anyway, excuse me, I need to lubricate a little bit. So what you been talking about? Oh yes, get digging, gents. Cal B saying, if I win, it might go to the budget guitar show. Oh, well, that's nice of you, mate. What you're saying there, Danny? I think I now know which guitar you keep between the Revstar and Les Paul. Well, you know more than me, mate, because that is one that I'm not going to leap into a decision on that. That sort of decision, which one to go, is because they're both sort of relatively new guitars, and there's still that kind of aura of novelty around them. There's still that kind of, this is my latest new toy kind of feeling about them. I will say this, that the Revstar is less than half the price of the Les Paul. So it should be absolutely no contest. But it is. Those Revstars are like seriously punching above their weight. They really are. And let's see what else has been going on. I don't know when the first Harley Benton review was or the date, but I'm guessing it's when you had hair, John. I did. I have hair in that video. I had to go looking for it the other day to find the video, just to double check that it was the one I thought it was, and check the date. And, you know, I'm not wearing glasses. I've only got one chin and I've got a full head of hair. How times change. You're happy to be Les Paul free then, John? I didn't say that, mate. I didn't say that. It's just going to be, you know, a tricky choice. And there is, you know, something that... there is the kind of thing, well, if I keep the Les... I've waited 30 years for a Les Paul. I doubt if I've got 30 years to wait for another one, you know. There is an element of that. But then again, I really do like that Revstar. You know, and the Revstar does everything a Les Paul will do, and possibly a little bit more as well. So this is something I'm going to wait until the dust settles and, you know, the new guitar novelty factor is worn off, and, you know, see if there's any little features about either of the guitars that start thinking, I really don't like that. You know, as you do, you know, you think, I wish that wasn't like that, or whatever. That's when I'll make my decision. Where are we? What are you saying there, David? John, what do you think about bands taking down educational vids from bands like the Eagles in my earlier comment? I think it's incredibly short-sighted, mate. I think that, and here's the thing, if it were any other media kind of format, let's say, if you were writing a book about poetry, then you are allowed to quote poetry in the book that you're writing about poetry. And that is, as I understand it, the way that copyright stands. As long as you accredit the, you know, your source material and, you know, kind of don't try and pass it off as your own work, then you were allowed to do that. And, you know, but that just, the rules like that don't seem to apply on YouTube. And it's, again, it's one of those things that it's, you know, it ain't fair. But then again, you know, I didn't get a letter from somebody in a position of power on my 18th birthday promising me that the world would be fair and that life would be fair. So it's just one of those things that you have to kind of deal with. And, you know, there's plenty of things like that in life that if you let them kind of grind your gears, you will have a pretty miserable life. So, you know, you come to a realization that that's not the way to live your life. You know, you just think, well, okay, it sucks, but, you know, deal with it. So that's how I kind of think of it. Yeah, Scotty the Fox. You might be right. There were hair products because I used to do the videos facing that way, and you could see all the wife's hair accoutrements on that shelf in the background there. They are not mine. They never were, even in the days when I did have hair. What about the review of Faisley Flying V? Well, I can, yeah, okay, I can't rule it out. It's as I say, I have this this nascent relationship with Bax Music now. They like the review I did of the Exotic Wood Telecaster copy, and they contacted me unsolicited and said, we'd like you to review some more of our guitars. So I plan on doing so, because the review videos, are the big ones for me on YouTube. The biggest ones, actually, are the unboxing videos. I've never watched an unboxing video in my life because it's just not what floats my boat. But the review, the unboxing videos that I do are the ones that people seem to like, which is, that's why I always speed up the footage, because who wants to spend 10 minutes watching somebody fighting their way into a cardboard box? So it's just ironic that the videos that I make where I'm taking a guitar out of a box do so much better than the videos where I'm actually showing you how to play the guitar that came out of the box. But hey ho, life's like that. How come you see videos containing these songs on some channels and some get pulled instantly? I have no idea, mate. I really, really don't. One thing that I've been thinking about doing for a while is, at some point, the top 5 Tuesday slot will kind of run out of steam. I'll get to a week when I think I really can't think of a top 5 list to do this week. And I'm going to need something to fill that slot in the schedule. So I was thinking about doing reaction videos, a reaction video, because YouTube is absolutely awash with them. But I just don't understand how you get around, because for me, this is my business. Okay, this is what I do for a living, and a video that gets a gazillion views is absolutely no use to me if those views aren't monetized. So I just don't understand how people make any kind of livelihood out of doing reaction videos, although there must be a way. As we speak at the moment, it's one of the things that I am looking into and trying to kind of do a bit of research on, but I have yet to find an answer. So I honestly don't know, mate. Dave Lewis is saying, I got an excellent Harley Benton black and gold Victory V guitar. Yeah. There's a mate of mine who sometimes joins in the chat here. He's actually the owner of what haven't we had yet? The gratuitous Blondie shot. There she is. This is Signature Guitar 001. He's the owner of 002. And because he's a massive Judas Priest fan, he's always mithering me to get a Flying V, just like KK Downing's. And I keep trying to explain to him, yes, but I play sitting down most of the time, and it's not a practical guitar to play sat down. So we shall see. Yeah, Trogley would be lost without unboxing. I like Trogley's videos, actually. I've learned so much about Gibson guitars through watching Trogley's videos. It was his his reviews of the inspired by Gibson Epiphones when they first came out a couple of years ago that made me just kind of draw back and hold back, because he was pointing out quality control issues with the frets and stuff that made me think, yeah, okay, new factory, teething problems, let's wait until the dust settles. And that's why I didn't really kind of go anywhere near those guitars until, well, a little while after that. And the first one that I got, the Epiphone Les Paul Studio in Smokehouse Burst, that was appallingly badly finished. But I've got to say, that's a one-off. Everything else I've had since then has been absolutely blindingly good from that new Epiphone range. Where are we? Scotty the Fox is asking, is there an alternative cheap form of Pro Tools where you can isolate the tracks on famous songs? No, you can't, mate. That's, you know, I know Rick Beato does that, and at times in some of his videos he's talked about he's using the Beato Isolator app. There's no such thing. Rick gets kind of under the counter, no questions asked, copies of the master recordings of the, what makes this song great, tracks that he does. There is, as far as I'm aware, no way that you can, take a WAV file or an MP3 or lossless audio, any kind of, combined, finished mixed recording and isolate the individual parts in it. It's once it's there, it's there, and you can't untangle it yet, although who knows what technological innovations will come through. If you're looking for just a cheap, basically a free alternative to Pro Tools, I must admit I'm with Glenn Fricker from Spectre Media on this. Reaper. I've been using it for a few years now, and it's just the best recording software I've ever used. And I will. That's it. I'm a lifer now with Reaper. It has to be said. Which solo made you want to pick up a guitar and try it? Mine was a Stairway solo. Yeah, for me, it was old Uncle Hank Marvin. At a very, very, very young age, when I was I was a toddler, basically, I heard Apache by the Shadows for the first time. And that was just, oh my God. Because when you're sort of 2 years old or whatever I was at the time, music up until that point is the wheels on the bus go round and round, 10 green bottles hanging on the wall, that sort of thing. I'd never heard anything like Apache before, and obviously when you're that young, you don't kind of think, I must get an electric guitar and learn to do that. But it was what first ignited the spark, certainly. And then I was incredibly fortunate to grow up in an era when there was one music show on terrestrial TV. Well, all we had was terrestrial TV back then in the 70s. One music show weekly, Top of the Pops. Yes, there was the old grey whistle test, but you had to stay up late for that, and I couldn't always do that. But Top of the Pops every week. There were bands on there where it was all about guitars and and people looking cool and sounding good with electric guitars, and I guess again the Shadows had a bit of a resurgence in the late 70s, didn't they? Riders in the Sky and their kind of version of Cavatina and stuff like that. So that probably ignited the spark for me as well. I'm a massive Shadows fan. Shep Shepherd is saying Rip X can isolate tracks from WAV. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thank you so much for the tip. That is a brilliant piece of information. I shall look into that. Where are we? Yes, we haven't had the discussion yet, have we? What will you be having for dinner tonight, John? Same as last week, mate. A salad, accompanied by a big pile of doner kebab meat and garlic sauce and chips. And many, 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 many beers because it's Friday, and that's what you do on a Friday. John Mayer wanted a guitar after seeing Marty McFly play in Back to the Future. Yes. I've got to tell you, I mean, you know, that performance that Michael J. Fox did in Back to the Future, where he played that sort of, it was essentially a history of the electric guitar, wasn't it? You know, you got the sort of Pete Townsend windmilling chords, you've got the kind of Van Halen thing, you've got all, you know, all of those kind of things that he was doing in there. I must find out who actually played that, because I know it wasn't him. But you know, what a convincing miming performance he did to it, you know. What you're saying there, Kaz? I have a Harley Benton CST 24T. Love it, except for the twangy telly-like sound, especially on the bridge pickup. Swapped in Vanson 59 pickup, still there. If you found the same effect, any suggestions? Not really, mate. Well, there's a couple of things you could try, actually, thinking about it, but I'm just, you know, just kind of thinking there's the irony. Anything that makes a guitar sound a little bit more Telecaster-like, for me, is a tick in the plus column. Obviously, it's the opposite for you, isn't it? I did have, when I had my CST24 with the wrap over bridge, I did have, and many of you might remember the video I did about this, a problem with it where on the 15th fret of the B string, just that one string of that one fret, there was absolutely no sustain. It just used to die off. And, you know, I thought, is it a high fret? What is it? And bizarrely, if I drop tuned a semitone, the problem disappeared. The sustain was there, but in standard tuning, and it was a wolf tone, as I became aware they are called, where basically there's essentially a standing wave of vibration in the string, and it kills it anyway. It kills the sustain. Short answer is yes, as Deco Dude is saying there, I changed the bridge. You know, that is, you know, there's plenty of drop-in solutions for the bridge. Maybe even just changing it for the exact same model of bridge. You know, because I think it's a Wilkinson bridge on those Harley Benton CST 24Ts, isn't it? So, you know, just get the equivalent bridge. Just make sure you kind of measure it up and make sure that, you know, you're getting the right sort of string spacing and everything, and chuck a replacement bridge in. It's worth a try, and it's cheaper than buying a new pickup. You know, I think if you go on Waxes R Us, you can buy all kinds of replacement bridges on there, you know, from about 30 quid upwards. So it's worth a try. Budget Guitar Show saying just emailed my entry. Well, I will look in the morning, mate. I will look in the morning because you know, I've been beavering away like a madman in here today. I've made 3 videos today. I don't tend to have many lessons on a Friday, so Fridays, when you see a lot of my videos where, you know, it's successive videos on different days where I'm all seem to be wearing the same shirt in all the videos. It's not because, you know, I'm kind of you know, wearing the same shirt for that many days on run. I basically, on Fridays, I tend to stay in here and just crank out a load of content and schedule it up on YouTube. So that's what I've been doing today. So Friday evening is the one evening a week I get off. So I'll have a look at your entry in the morning and see what other ones I've dropped in. Oh, okay. Vincent Brennan says Google says Tim May played the solo on Back to the Future. Do you know what? I think now you say that, Sorry about that. You know when you click on something and it and the website moves and you click on the wrong thing accidentally. That's just what happened there. That's what I tell the missus anyway. But yeah, I think I know that. I think that now you say that, Tim May playing that solo on the Back to Future thing. That's rung a bell. I think I knew that, but forgotten I'd known it. You know. Thank you for the reminder, though. Anyway. Where are we? Changing the nut can make a huge difference to the sound. Yeah, I suppose it can, but my first ever Gordon Smith that I had, it was a GS2, and long story short, that ended up needing a new nut putting on it at one point, and my local guy that I took it to, sadly no longer with us, the wonderful Jim Cairns. He took the brass nut off the Gordon Smith brass nut that came on, and he put on I think it was a graphite nut of some kind or other, and it did change the sound, but only on the open string notes. I've never noticed that changing the nut affects the tone of the fretted notes, to be honest. John, you don't have 15 shirts with all the same design. I have a dozen that are all black. Yeah. No, this is. I just pull a shirt out of the drawer, whichever one is at the top of the pile, and that's the shirt I wear that day. So you know, sometimes if it's during the summer, I'll go through a couple of shirts a day. Sometimes I'll get 2 days out of a shirt, but we shall see. Where are we? Where are we? Let's see what you've been talking about in the chat. Chris Redding is saying, I remember him reviewing the giveaway Harley Benton, and the Iron Geese sounded magnificent. Yeah, it's a great little guitar, that. It is a really good little guitar. I tell you what, just for the benefit of the people, because I've been noticing the viewing figures have gone up since I announced the contest. This Harley Benton SC552 could be yours. All you got to do is answer the question, what was the first Harley Benton guitar I reviewed on this channel, and when did I review it? The actual date, because it's there on the video, when you find it. Send your entries in an email to Harley Benton giveaway, all one word, at mail.com. Harley Benton giveaway at mail.com. And there's my phone pinging again. I meant to look at that earlier. I forgot to put it on silent. I do. Yes. It's more of that Patreon stuff coming through. I shall deal with that imminently. So anyway, let's have a look and see what's going on down here in the chat. Vincent Brennan is saying, on your new Gibson Les Paul, is the lack of neck binding on the neck not annoying? No, it's exactly the opposite, mate. I prefer an unbound neck to a bound neck by a very, very small margin. I mean, that Sire Larry Carlton 335 copy up there, that has a bound neck, and I love that guitar. So it's not something that really puts me off a guitar, that binding on a neck. But if push comes to shove, I prefer an unbound neck. So no, it's not a problem. Here we go. Sad to see the Harley Benton SC552 going. Yes, well, I promised you a sneak preview, didn't I? I tell you what, shall we do that now? I don't need the Harley Benton Les Paul copy anymore. Now, officially, you're supposed to wait until tomorrow morning for the unboxing video of this. But there you go. There she is. There it is. That's what arrived the other day. And as I say, the unboxing video and first impressions will be going up in the morning. Well, it's already up. It's just got a kind of, it's scheduled to go up. It is a nice guitar. It's got a nice look to it. It looks a little bit redder than the satin iced tea finish in the photos, but it is just a genuinely nice looking guitar. Yes, you point out a good point there, mate. Let's put you up on screen. I'm watching Back to the Future and thinking Michael J. Fox did a good job of faking Johnny B. Good, but then came Earth Angel and his hands were all over the place, even though he was just vamping. Yeah, that was a bit of a giveaway, wasn't it? Right, chaps. I think we've concluded our business for this evening, and I've got some emails to answer about these broken Patreon links. So I'm going to go and deal with those, and then I've got a kebab to go and get my face wrapped around, and then some more beer to drink. So thank you once again, each and every one of you, for turning up and watching a fat bald northern lad talk cobblers for an hour. It's been a blast as usual, and I'll keep on doing it till you're sick of me. But for now, I'll have to say, time, gentlemen, please. I'll see you all next time. Thanks a lot. Bye now.